I can test with Corey.
Mr. Murphy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Corey, you can? Perfect. Sure. Joel, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Perfect. Thanks, sir. All right, it is 4:30. All right, it is 4:30, so if y'all stand, we'll get started. We'll start with the pledge followed by the prayer.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we ask you to continue to be with us and bless us. And we pray that things we do and say are pleasing in your sight and beneficial not only to our community, but also to be with those who may be traveling and have safe travels, especially in this kind of weather. As far as the country, be with us. Thank you. Let us remember the true reason for the seat. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
All right, thank you, Ken, and thanks, Jay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with our meeting. This is the final meeting for the Henry County Council for 2025. We're going to start out with the minutes. Everyone should have received the minutes from Debbie. I know there was a small change, but any other additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none. So I have a motion to approve, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay. Next up, Mr. Murphy, there is an EDC update on here.
Thank you, Chad, members of the council. With your permission, I would talk about the two items that I emailed to you late last week. The first one is the reappointment of Chad Malacote and Scott Hayes to the County Redevelopment Commission. That's my recommendation and request.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. As our chair is also one of the nominees, I will handle the rest of it. So all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
I will abstain.
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you, council. The second item is related to Ready 2. A while back, the council approved $1 million of food and beverage for local match to the residential development project on Washington Street. It is not needing all of the 1 million. And so when we recently went through the reallocation of 500,000 of Ready 2 funds, the Henry County Ready Leadership Group and the Regional Steering Committee are recommending to the state has not approved yet, to take that 500,000 in Ready 2 funds and split it between the following two projects. 325,000 for the Washington Street corridor in Knightstown that connects the Hoosier Gym to downtown Knightstown, and then 175,000 to the Miracle League for a permanent location in Osborne Park. I am here to ask you to approve the following match from the food and beverage. This is not over the $1 million. This is within the $1 million. It's $51,016 to Miracle League, $94,745 to the Knightstown Washington Street corridor, which totals 145,761, which takes up to the original $1 million match for Ready 2.
Quick question, Corey. These two projects were on that list of projects that were submitted for Ready 2.0 originally,
Yes.
and they just were not among the ones selected, but since there are dollars available, they can now be chosen.
Yeah, we went through a process to reallocate.
Perfect. I will move to approve the request.
So we have a motion and a second. Are there any further questions or comments?
I have a question maybe for Joel. Since I served on that selection committee, it doesn't keep me from voting on this, does it?
No, I don't think it does.
Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions or comments for anyone? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Anything else for us?
No, Merry Christmas. That concludes
Same
my
to you,
report.
sir. Thank you. We will also, hopefully, most of us will see you in the morning for the EDC breakfast. Since you
Yes.
didn't mention it, I will.
Thank you.
Tomorrow morning, hopefully we'll see you there.
Thanks.
Thanks, Corey. Okay, next on the agenda, transfers. We have a transfer for voter registration. Okay, so the clerk has requested a transfer in the funds of the amount of 23,969.88 from the election board, repair and maintenance to election board ballot programming.
Make a motion, we approve that.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. I'm sorry.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, next up is the Health Department. Sorry, my papers are stuck together. All right, we just need to approve the top section here. They're asking for transfers within the 1159. We're in the amount of 1,463.25 from longevity to nursing supplies, 1,000 from furniture and equipment to nursing supplies, and 2,000 from utilities to general supplies.
Make a motion to approve those.
All right, we have a motion by Kenan, second by Mike. Any questions or discussions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next up is for the treasurer's office. We have $1,500 from the locks box fees to longevity.
I just have a quick question. Didn't we already pay out longevity?
We did, it's in the red.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thank
Was
you.
this a miscalculation from the budget? So we just have to clear it up. Perfect.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, the next one is a little bit more,
It's right here. Jack.
yeah, it's,
Yep,
there's,
did have the document.
so with the increases in salaries last year, one of the peripheral effects of that is the work comp. And every year, the insurance company will do an audit to basically review that. And Scott, you understand that? Some don't. So basically our work comp rates are based on the salaries because that's what it's paid out on. And so, because our salaries were considerably higher than originally anticipated, our rate was higher than anticipated from the insurance company. So to do this, we have to transfer $1,107.47. Let me try that again. $15,107.47 from our sick pay line to our reclassification line to be able to pay this. The bill total was, so it's 105,000 total. We have the 90-ish thousand dollars left in the reclassification. We have the 15,000 left in the sick pay, but our total bill was just about $105,000 more than anticipated in our budget. So That makes sense. Questions? I know Debbie and Bobby have more details if we need to get into more details on it, but that's the overall summary.
Motion to approve.
Second.
So I have a motion from Bobby, second from Shannon. Any further discussion? Questions? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, the library reached out to me about a board appointment. I think I sent that to everyone in their email. So Nancy Cook would like to remain on the board. And so that's an appointment that we make sent that over to everyone. Want to kind of go through and get your thoughts.
I wouldn't know why we would not. Winnie, the director, thought that was a good idea, and she is willing and able and has experience. It just makes common sense.
Any further comments or action? Was that a motion, Kenan?
I make a motion to approve Nancy Cook as appointment to the Public Library Board, Henry County, Newcastle.
I'll second.
Let's have a motion and a second from Kenan and then Mike. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next on the agenda is the ordinance that was discussed and voted on in our last meeting to make an alteration to the sheriff's department residency pay.
You skipped one?
No, we did that.
We did the RDC when
Oh, okay.
up there with the EDC
Sorry.
with Corey. But thanks, Mike. Keep me on track here.
Trying.
All right, so back to the ordinance. This is just the formality. We already voted on this last time. We just need to, this is the final of that. And this will include the chief deputy as being a recipient of the residency pay if he was previously a merit deputy. Made that distinction, so it allows for that to be paid.
Yeah, and Joel drafted this. Looks good to me.
But I believe that, didn't we approve it based upon him just making the change?
Yeah.
Joel, we don't have to vote on this again, do we?
Correct. We just have to
Already been
sign the
approved.
ordinance.
Right. Okay, just making
We just have
sure.
to
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're not really voting, we just need to sign and make an acknowledgement that this is complete. So unless anybody has any additional questions for Joel or comments. Okay. The next on this agenda is the sheriff's office, some overtime comp time pay. I'm gonna let Scott and Shannon take this as they are the liaisons for the sheriff's department. I mean, Ann's here as well. She would like to add some to it. And then the auditor's office, of course. So I'll leave it up to you guys.
I tried to give it to Scott, but he didn't want to, I handed him the ball, he handed it right back. I have forwarded, or I have sent a couple of emails to the entire council trying to make everybody aware of what was going on. Took a little bit of time and a meeting, or two to understand what was actually happening. And, it revolves around the way holiday time is being, banked and paid. Both the 911 department and the sheriff's office are 24/7 operations and have to, it's not like they can just close for the day and take off the holiday. So the way 911 was doing it and the way the sheriff's office was doing it were a little bit different. And I guess I don't want to sit here and read my email. I'm trying to summarize. Holiday pay was essentially made into comp time for the sheriff's office, where holiday pay was banked at the 911 office. Either way, folks that are due their holiday pay should be paid their holiday pay. And when this came for 911, they have been working with the auditor's office over the last 2 or 3 pay periods to get whatever remaining holiday pay time paid out to their employees. Whereas the sheriff's department, it was converted to comp time and they were intending to pay it out here at the end of the year. The problem with that is the ability to pay for those benefits out of line items would go negative for the commissioner's office, and that happened last year when this happened. So I should have taken it upon myself way earlier in the year to bring some attention to it and come out and discuss it with the sheriff's department. I didn't fully understand that it was actually holiday time because it was comp time. Anyway, we have officers in the sheriff's department that are due their holiday time. There's money in the overtime budget to pay it, but there's not money to cover the benefits in the 2025 budget. And I discussed this with the auditor's office yesterday. Their suggestion is let's pay it basically out of the first pay period in January, which will still have some 2025 hours on it. It'll just come out of the 2026 budget because of the pay period. And that will not make any of our line items in the commissioner's budget go negative. That will, though, mean that the dollars that are in the overtime budget that they were going to pay this out of will need to be reallocated, reappropriated next year. So this is more of a just general discussion for everybody to let you guys know that I think we've come to a solution to pay it in the first pay period in January. The sheriff's office will need to come to us with a request for reappropriation or additional appropriation of those dollars, because those dollars will revert back to the general fund at the end of the year. And we can make that happen, and we'll probably should look at making sure, well, not probably should, we're going to look at, and I proposed some language and had discussion with Stephanie and Debbie and Commissioner Dellinger yesterday about putting something into the handbook to make sure things are handled the same between the two departments, and a little more guidelines so that we do not end up in this position again next year.
With 911, we started working with Brian in October, I think. I think we started working with 911, it was in October.
Before you need final additional appropriations.
Yeah, so because, yeah, right. So they did the additional in November, and they went from, you guys paid out from 4 pays, 5 pays? You paid them out?
I know at least the last 3, at least the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, so they,
Some employees just didn't want it all in one, and I talked to Stephanie, and she said, no, that's fine, just let me know. So I've broken it down. Some that wanted it split amongst 3, or some wanted it 2. Some are still getting all theirs in the last one. I kind of left a little bit how they wanted it.
but he did do the additional in November for it.
Right?
And one difference from ours as well that makes it a little.
I was just going to make that,
Our Social Security, Medicare, and HERF
all comes out of the same fund. Yeah.
out of my budget.
Yeah, and the same
I got
department.
additionals for it. Make sure I got additionals for those.
Mhm.
A little bit easier because I handle all those and it's not split from the commission.
We talked through yesterday 2 or 3 different ways that you could try to make it happen, and it was going to be painful no matter what happened, and still not certain that we could even try to get it done this year. It's going to be much less painful to just pay it out of the first paying period in January, and then we can make those dollars available to them next year.
Shannon, what account in the commissioners would have gone in the red if we were?
Benefits,
Benefits.
yeah.
That's the only thing that comes out of commissioners is the benefits.
Yeah, and we don't budget benefits by department because it all comes out of the general fund. I mean, we
By
do for the
benefits.
ones that have,
Social Security, Medicare, per, well, not per. for the-
not per, for
Social
the,
Security,
for the,
Medicare, the taxes, basically.
yeah.
Because right now, with we paying out, even not paying anybody out, we have fingers crossed that we left enough in a couple of lines, because it's gonna run short the way it is now. So we think we have enough left to cover Social Security and Medicare without paying anybody out, which is our regular payroll.
So that's just an informational update for the council. If we were going to try to do some of the things that we talked about yesterday, there would have been potentially an action item on here for this, but at this point, I think the best action is to just wait and go from there. So that's the update. Happy to answer any other questions if we need to. And we're going to fix this so it doesn't happen next year.
Thank you. Would that work?
Okay. Any additional questions or comments? Sheriff's Department have any comments to add or questions? Okay. So basically, this is just informative. We will see a request for an additional appropriation, which we don't normally do January's,
We won't do it till
probably February,
March.
March. Because we have to, it's part of the pain that Shannon's talking about is the way the process works and the hearings and, we have to hold public hearing, we have to do all those things, and we just don't have the time frame in this reduced time frame. That's why we always send out that email. Debbie's office sends out that email, in October, about final additionals will be done and and have to be in because it's a timing issue. So any additional things from the council for this meeting? Anything else we want to bring? Okay,
Yes, please. Just some updates.
yes,
Is-
sir.
Are we ready for that, or do you have other agenda?
Our
items?
agenda is complete
Yeah.
as it's presented.
I just want to remind of the GOP club party tomorrow at Ink and Ale at 6 PM. We already talked a little bit, some of us did, about the AIC legislative session on January 27th and 28th. I think that's the last Tuesday and Wednesday. It's in Indianapolis. I know I sent a request to Debbie earlier to register me. Our ICCA, our Indiana County Council Association, we weren't going to meet until January when the legislators, but because of this redistricting, we've been asked to have a Zoom meeting this Friday. So, and if anybody would like to take over that in 2026, I'm going to be phasing out. So if somebody looking ahead needs to consider that at least next fall. Also might be thinking ahead for the liaisons for 2026. I think we discussed that at our January meeting. I had a question. When do we get back in the courtroom? I saw the mailbox. No idea.
No.
No, you're looking at summer.
Okay. I just didn't know we were looking
We're
at,
back we're on the second floor. The auditor's office is back. We're all back together and we're all back on the second floor in our office. Now, yes.
along with the mailboxes, I hear. Okay. Yeah, I need to get up there. I was going to say, looking over the summary, the budget status, it looks like every department spent between 85 and 95% of their budgets so far, an average of about 91% for the general fund. We have spent about $1 million more. We have $1 million less this year than last year as far as a balance in our general fund. I mean, we have 8 million balance instead of 10 or instead of 9. So with the advent of Senate Bill 1 or SCA 1, we just have to monitor that as you will. So we've dug into $1 million. And
Well, but keep in mind, a lot of that went to the repairs and those,
Money and your interest rates going down.
yeah,
right.
so that was expected.
My only reason I brought that up, we just got to continue monitoring as we have the last 8, 9 years.
There's several offices. You can keep track. They will spend. They are working on spending 100%.
No problem. If I were one of those department chairs, I would be doing that too.
That takes the raises away. I mean, that just puts money back into the general.
I would not indiscriminately, but I would, if we had those needs looking ahead, I would spend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone have anything else? I did want to bring up a couple things myself. Our meeting is scheduled. I know this, we normally discuss what schedules we do for meetings in our January meeting, but like Kenan mentioned, we normally discuss the liaisons. So give that some thought if you're looking to switch. We will discuss all the liaison appointments at the January meeting as well as the chair position, vice chair position in the meeting. Right now we're scheduled for January 14th. Does that still work for everyone to have the 4:30 meeting on January 14th? And then we'll make a formal decision if we continue to do the second Wednesday at 4:30 at that point. Does that still work for everybody? Okay. Anything else from the council or? Okay, how about anyone out here? Anyone have anything to add? Before I take a motion to adjourn, or Debbie or Bobby?
I'll send a preemptive thank you to the highway department because they're gonna be out working their tails out off tonight and tomorrow and the next day and all that stuff.
Yes, guys, be careful, be safe,
Yeah,
and
be
we appreciate
Careful.
you.
Thank you, guys.
For sure. Well, listen, everybody have a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully we see some people at some of the upcoming events that are going to happen here. And thank you, everybody, for all you do. We'll see everybody next. Motion to adjourn. Thank you.